retrospective show. Horror retrospective show. The horror retrospective show.
They do kind of like the Jaws thing where you don't really even see the actual Candyman until halfway into the movie. What really scared me with this film as a kid is the project setting. I think I was probably like maybe 13 or so. I'd first joined a gang and I was just trying to be cool. And I remember we went into a project, we went into an elevator, and then one of the guys just turned out the lights, pulled the emergency switch, and they just started wilding out. I'm like, oh God.
Man, get raped, you just gotta get up and walk that shit off. Got raped.
Either like something like dangerous or gay or weird is gonna happen. And I just that was the vision of my mind in the project. Just like weird, scary shit.
I also came from not a very good side of town, but I don't know anything about the project. So it comes off as just very realistic, obviously, because from an outsider perspective, and I guess that's what they were going for, is an outsider would be scared there. They wouldn't know how to navigate or just kind of assimilate. So it's, in that sense, it was very effective because it's more of just dealing with the human condition, the human monster. And I think that was very well done.
It's almost like a modern Gothic film. Like you really can't do like a castle in this day and age unless it's like a period piece. But I think that that was one of the stronger elements of the film, was the atmosphere that the projects gave it, because it felt scary even in the daytime. It seems like this film really tried to say something about race and equality and gentrification. I just didn't know what the hell it was. I mean, they kept harping on the fact that he was a slave. You have this white woman going into a black neighborhood. She's even talking about the inequality of the fact that she was able to get down this big time drug lord posing as the Candyman because he beat her up, as opposed to him killing black people. So they mention all these things, but I don't understand what the message was or how the message conveyed in the story or interwove with the ending of the story. All the black people from the project go to her funeral. You have the mural at the end where they're treating her like the new Candyman, but wouldn't that mean that they're scared of her? Also, for a movie that's trying to be progressive in a way, it seems like they're saying negative things about racism. It does play into the trope of a black man obsessed with a white woman.
Allow me at least to kiss. Just one exquisite kiss.
It feels contradicting in a way, and I feel like the movie is trying to tell me something. I just don't know what the hell it is.
Not to go with the whole woke movement, but I mean, everything's just, it's changed, it's evolved. We see things differently, and yeah, it's kind of like you were saying, kind of like the white messiah complex. Like white people were trying to, I don't know, make themselves out to be better. But in response to the mural, my idea on that is kind of like she's his counterpart, like the devil and the angel. So they kind of maybe cantonized her because she saved the baby at the end, and they went to her funeral, I guess, just to pay respects for that. Kind of like now they have someone defending them against this Candyman, this boogeyman that scares everybody.
His motivation seemed a little bit muddled, because when he does come to her, he's basically saying you're taking away from my lore by trying to prove that I'm not real. But then he frames her for all the murders. So wouldn't not framing her and then making it seem like the Candyman did those murders actually bring out his lore more? And it seems counterintuitive or counterproductive.
Stop! Stop!
Police, open up! All right, hold it right there.
And also his powers. They weren't very consistent at all. I couldn't really tell what the rules of the Candyman was, because only one time did someone actually say his name 5 times. When he comes to kill people, it's not like Krueger where he's killing like the children of the people who killed him. There was an exact motivation. Candyman isn't actually, he's not just killing like, you know, descendants of the people that killed him. He's not just killing white people, he's killing innocent people, and some of them are black as well. So like I didn't really get like his motivation or the rules to his powers, or why like she was physically able to kill him. At least with like Freddy Krueger, they would come up with some kind of mumbo jumbo.
Evil will see itself.
I agree. It's kind of muddled. Like watching the film, it's a good watch, but if you really break it down and ask why, it's kind of like just ash. It just falls apart in your hands. It's like, what's going on here? The whole cheating dynamic, that was very dated, the way they handled it. Like it wasn't a very strong subplot.
Get out of my home.
What's the matter, sweetie pie? Did you make another little boo-boo? What are you doing here?
I think we could have done without it, period. Kind of like how you said they were quick to build that she's crazy, and I don't know, part of it might just be the motivation that, well, he's seen somebody on the side and it's just an excuse to make it easier to move on. As far as the husband's death, I'm like, I know that's supposed to be like the gratification moment for the audience, like, oh, this scumbag's really getting it.
What's the matter, Trevor? Scared of something?
What I really liked was just the floozy being scared out of her mind. I got more satisfaction out of that than the husband being yelled.
Trevor!
She did play a slutty girl well. And the fact that she had no bra on, that was a nice touch too. It must have been very cold on set that day. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, overall, I definitely recommend the film for people to rewatch it. I definitely enjoyed it. Those were our thoughts on the film. Everyone, you can share your thoughts in the comments below. And it definitely seemed like they were trying to make him out to be like the next Freddy Krueger. You know, they were definitely pushing hard into that lore stuff. Can you hear me? Or you just didn't have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just thought you were looking
Okay. I was just kicking it back there. No, it's fine.